Right now, your angels are not whispering. They're practically raising the roof. Something sacred, urgent, and deeply personal is unfolding in your life. This isn't random. This isn't coincidence. This isn't your imagination running wild. In the spiritual realm, things are shifting fast, like pieces on a chessboard moving behind the scenes while you're still trying to figure out the last move. You felt it, haven't you? That inner nudge, that quiet stirring in your chest that won't let you relax. You might call it intuition. You might call it divine awareness. Or maybe it just feels like a gut instinct you can't shake. Whatever name you give it, hear this clearly. It's real, and it's happening for a reason. Heaven is turning up the volume because the next chapter of your life depends on what you choose to do right now. The angels who stood beside you through heartbreak, confusion, delays, and why is this even happening? Seasons, they're not yelling out of fear. They're shouting out of fierce love. They're saying, hey, wake up. This is your moment. Don't sleep on it. You're standing at a spiritual crossroads. And no, this isn't punishment. It's preparation. For a long time, you were in a waiting season. It felt slow. It felt frustrating. It felt like nothing was moving. But that waiting wasn't wasted. Lessons were planted deep inside you. Growth happened in silence. Strength was built when nobody was clapping for you. Now, the harvest is ready, and your angels don't want you circling back to old habits, old mindsets, or old situations that drain your peace. You can't level up if you keep revisiting what broke you. Period. There's a powerful reminder echoing over your life right now. Be still. Stop forcing. Stop chasing. Stop overthinking every little detail. You've been pushing through noise, stress, and exhaustion like a warrior on autopilot. But heaven doesn't shout unless it absolutely has to. That heaviness you've been feeling, that restlessness that pops up out of nowhere, that's not just stress. That's a spiritual notification. Yeah, heaven just sent you an alert. Divine order is ready to move in your life, but it requires your attention. Somewhere, a door is about to open, and if you hesitate too long because you're stuck second-guessing yourself, you might miss the timing. This isn't about pressure. It's about awareness. You can't stay the same and expect your life to change. One path pulls you back into old cycles, fear, doubt, comfort zones that feel safe, but keep you small. The other path pulls you forward into alignment, where peace shows up even before the explanation does. The angels are basically saying, don't go backwards. You've come too far for that. This week, yes, this week, the small decisions matter. One conversation, one boundary, one brave no, one bold yes. What looks minor now will ripple into your future in ways you can't even see yet. That's why the guidance feels louder. You've been trying to control everything because control feels safe. But here's the truth. Control isn't safety. Surrender is. Peace doesn't come from gripping tighter. It comes from letting go and trusting that what's meant for you won't miss you. If this resonates deep in your spirit, take a breath right now and mentally declare, 111. I trust the process. I choose faith over fear. And don't ignore this part. Your mind hasn't been resting lately. Even when your body does, you lie down, but your thoughts keep running laps. That mental noise, it's draining you. Your angels want clarity for you, not chaos. Because here's the real deal. Divine timing is accelerating. Synchronicities are multiplying. repeating numbers, repeated phrases, random confirmations that aren't random at all. The spiritual realm repeats things when something is too important to miss. If life feels intense lately, it's not because you're failing. It's because you're being stretched into your next level. Growth feels uncomfortable before it feels glorious. And this is just the beginning. But here's what you need to understand next. There's something specific your angels are trying to show you. A pattern, a connection, a direction. And if you miss this detail, you delay the breakthrough. In next part, we're going deeper into exactly what heaven is trying to redirect in your life and why this turning point cannot be ignored. Don't zone out now. The next part might be the confirmation you've been praying for. Now let's get real. There's something specific your angels have been trying to show you, not in a dramatic, lightning from the sky kind of way, but in subtle nudges, repeated thoughts, sudden realizations, and that uneasy feeling right before you make certain decisions. You've been getting hints for weeks, maybe even months, but you keep brushing them off. That connection that doesn't feel right anymore. That habit you promised you'd drop. That situation that keeps draining your energy no matter how hard you try to fix it. Yeah, that one. Heaven has turned up the volume because you've been ignoring the whisper. Sometimes divine guidance feels gentle. Other times it feels like a spiritual alarm clock you keep snoozing. And right now, the snooze button is no longer an option. You are being asked to break a pattern, not because you're weak, not because you failed, but because you've outgrown it. The tension you've been feeling lately isn't random stress. It's your old life trying to hold on while your new life is pushing through. That pressure, that emotional wave that hits out of nowhere, that's breakthrough energy building up. Growth doesn't feel comfy. It feels like stretching muscles you forgot you had. There's a direction you've been hesitant to trust, a boundary you know you need to set, a leap you've been overanalyzing to death. Your angels are basically saying, stop playing small. You already know. You don't need 10 more signs. You don't need everyone's opinion. You don't need to overthink it into oblivion. You need alignment. Some doors closed recently, and you took it personally, but those weren't rejections. They were divine reroutes. Not every ending is a loss. Some endings are protection in disguise. And here's the kicker. What's opening next requires a different version of you. You can't carry fear into a season that requires faith. You can't drag doubt into a chapter built on confidence. You can't hold onto people who shrink you and expect to expand. Heaven is urgent right now because timing matters. There are people connected to your purpose who haven't even met you yet. There are opportunities that won't chase you. They respond to alignment. When you shift, your world shifts. And let's talk about that mental noise again. Your thoughts have been loud lately. What ifs, worst case scenarios, imaginary conversations. You've been trying to solve problems that don't even exist yet. That's exhausting, right? Your angels aren't scolding you. They're calling you back into surrender. You don't have to micromanage your destiny. Let go of the need to control every detail. Control is an illusion anyway. Peace comes when you trust that what's meant for you will land exactly when it's supposed to. You might have noticed repeating numbers more often. Synchronicities stacking up. Songs with lyrics that feel way too specific. Random confirmations from strangers. That's not coincidence. That's alignment knocking on your door. But here's the real question. Will you answer? Because staying the same feels safe. But it's also what's been keeping you stuck. And deep down, you know you're meant for more than survival mode. You're not here to just get by. You're here to step into purpose. If you've been emotional lately, teary, restless, nostalgic. It's because your soul recognizes this shift before your mind does. Release feels messy before it feels freeing. Your angels are shouting because something better is trying to enter, but your hands are still gripping what's fading. Let it go. You are not losing. You are leveling up. This season is a wake-up call, not a warning sign. It's heaven saying, we're moving. Are you coming? So right now, make this declaration in your spirit. 333. I release control. I trust divine timing. I move forward boldly. Because once you decide, truly decide, everything begins to align faster than you expect. And here's the final truth. The noise will quiet the moment you listen. The pressure will ease the moment you surrender. The door will open the moment you step forward. Don't overcomplicate it. This is your turning point. This is your alignment season. And trust me, what's coming next? It's going to make this entire stretch of confusion make sense. Stay ready. Your breakthrough isn't coming someday. It's closer than you think.